Hey everyone, welcome back to Homespot. Today we are turning a quiet winter backyard into a rustic little wonderland using only what nature gives us: branches, pine cones, and dried botanicals. If your garden feels empty this season, stay with me, because a few simple, found textures can make it feel cozy, intentional, and beautifully alive. In the quiet of a winter backyard, a simple branch gateway turns an ordinary path into a storybook entrance. Two forked limbs become a natural frame, tied together with twine and softened with evergreen clippings gathered from the ground. Snow dusting on bark highlights every crack and knot. This kind of decor does not try to look perfect. It celebrates weathered wood, uneven lines, and the calm feeling of walking into a handmade winter space. A path feels more intentional when it has a border, and winter offers the easiest materials to work with. Pine cones bring pattern and warmth, while flat stones add weight and structure. Placed in an alternating rhythm, the edge becomes a quiet design that guides the eye without shouting. Frost settles into the scales and crevices, turning simple objects into texture. In a snowy backyard, this border reads like a natural stitch holding the landscape together. Winter gatherings outdoors feel cozier when the table has something grounded and natural. A bark slab or wooden tray becomes the stage for pine cones, seed pods, dried grasses, and a few evergreen tips. Nothing is fancy, yet everything feels chosen. The textures do the work: rough bark beside smooth pods, thin grasses beside chunky cones. In the cold backyard air, this centerpiece reads like a small, still life that honors the season. A curve of stacked log rounds brings instant structure to a winter bed. The rings, cracks, and bark textures look even richer against snow, and the border feels both practical and decorative. This is the kind of landscape detail that makes the backyard feel designed, even in the off-season. The wood can be mismatched in size and tone, because variety adds charm. Over time, weathering only improves the rustic character. A backyard railing becomes a perfect place to drape a foraged garland. Pine cones threaded on rough twine naturally create weight and rhythm, while small evergreen sprigs fill gaps with soft green. The result feels festive without being shiny or store-bought. Snow clinging to fibers makes it even more believable as winter decor. This garland is not about sparkle. It is about warmth, texture, and the feeling that the garden itself provided the materials. A teepee sculpture made from found branches adds height and a hint of wonder to a winter corner. Lean the sticks together and weave thinner twigs through the frame until it looks like a nest or a tiny woodland shelter. Pine cones around the base help it feel anchored and finished. Even without leaves, the structure gives the backyard a focal point. It feels playful, but also calm, like a small piece of handmade architecture for the season. A reclaimed barrel planter can hold a winter arrangement with real presence. Tall pine branches create height, dried hydrangea heads add soft volume, and clustered pine cones bring weight near the base. The mix feels rustic and abundant, like a harvest preserved for the cold season. Snow dusting on greens adds a fresh, wild look. Placed near a bench, door, or patio edge, this planter makes the backyard feel welcoming, even when everything else is asleep. A winter wind chime made from seed pods, shells, and sticks brings sound into the cold season. Hung from a thicker branch, the pieces move gently, and the soft clacks feel like nature speaking in a lower voice. Frost on the cords and textures on the pods make it visually beautiful even when the wind is still. In a backyard, it adds life to quiet air. The chime does not compete with winter. It simply belongs to it. A trellis looks bare in winter, but a natural swag can give it purpose again. Evergreen clippings, pine cones, and twig pins create a decoration that feels crafted directly from the yard. It has the softness of foliage and the structure of cones, balanced in a simple drape. Snow on the greens makes everything look fresh. In the backyard, this swag acts like a seasonal signature, a reminder that the garden can be celebrated without plastic, ribbon, or shine. A winter backyard seating area feels warmer when it invites the senses. Bowls of dried citrus slices, pine needles, and crushed pine cones create a natural sensation that feels both rustic and comforting. The colors are muted but rich: amber citrus, deep green needles, and brown cones. It is simple, yet it changes the mood of the space. Even in cold air, The fragrance suggests coziness. This decor is not just visual. It is an atmosphere you can breathe. A single stepping stone can become a small winter display when it is framed with found materials. A fan of branches behind it adds height and direction, while pine cones scattered in front create weight and texture. The arrangement feels like a tiny stage set directly on the ground. Snow and frost make the contrast stronger, emphasizing shapes and lines. In a backyard, this vignette is perfect for a quiet corner that needs focus, proving that simple placement is a form of design. A garden gate can feel empty in winter, but a twig wreath brings it back to life. Woven from thin branches, it carries the same textures as the season itself. Tiny pine cones and dried botanicals add detail without making it flashy. Frost outlines the twigs like fine sketch lines, and the whole wreath feels honest and handmade. In the backyard, it creates a welcoming point, turning an everyday entrance into a gentle seasonal moment that matches the landscape. Ice lanterns turn a winter backyard into something quietly magical. Frozen blocks hold pine sprigs and berries suspended like little botanical fossils. When a candle glows inside, the ice becomes soft light instead of cold weight. The lanterns do not need to be perfect. Bubbles, cracks, and cloudy patches make them feel real. Lined along a path, they guide movement and create mood. This decor lasts for an evening, but the memory feels longer. A cluster of straight branches pushed into soil can create a minimalist screen that feels both modern and rustic. The branches rise in uneven heights, forming a rhythmic backdrop for planters or a quiet corner. Snow at the base makes the vertical lines stand out even more. This is landscape decor that uses almost no materials, yet it changes the space dramatically. In a winter backyard, it adds structure, depth, and calm, proving that strong design can be very simple. That is how a winter backyard can still feel designed and welcoming. Layered branches for structure, pine cones for texture, and dried botanicals for soft, earthy detail. Keep it natural, keep it imperfect, and let the season lead the color palette. If you enjoyed these rustic winter garden decor ideas, please like the video, subscribe to Homespot, and comment below with the material you find most in your area.